Hello, my name is Dan Low. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to write a Java program in BlueJ to test some array operations. So we're gonna use a BlueJ to build a Java program, to create a 2D array, okay, and then with numbers, 1 all the way to 16, okay, and that's step one. Step two, you're gonna create a loop, okay, to add the R element, or actually even element of the number, okay, by one, okay, and then subtract the R element uh, by one, okay. So the first one is the R element. So we delete no, subtract one from it. So the one minus one is zero. Okay. And the second one is the even element. So you add one to it and all the way, through. Then finally you are putting down. Okay. So that's all we need to do. So see. So I'm going to copy the description as a comment and copy this whole thing. Okay. Okay, up here. So copy it, Control C, copy it, and then go to BlueJ. So here I'm gonna create a new project. So go project, new project, and this new project is gonna be where I put this. Let me see if I can choose any other BlueJ project. Okay, so this I put it here, and then I'm gonna name this project array test. Okay, array test, and then click OK. So now I got the project created. So if I double click on it, okay, so it give me some like this. Okay, array test. Oh, that's a readme. Okay, so we don't have anything yet. Okay, sorry. So I'm gonna create a new class. Okay, and this new class, we can just call array test. Okay, array test, array class. Okay, I just want to name it different from our project name. Project name is array test. The class name is array test class. Okay, so that is class, and then click OK. So now we have array test class. So what's inside? This is coming from the template. Okay, so as usual, we can put this constructor. So we're gonna put the public. Actually, you don't need these. You can keep it there or you can remove it. Doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna create a public static void. Okay, right here. So let's say right here. Oh, actually, I can just modify this guy. Public static void main method. Okay, so here, and we know the main method will take the command arguments by a string. So string array. Okay, x. So that should be what we need, and here we gonna just print it. System dot out dot print line. Okay, so just hi there from download. Okay, and save it. Okay, now we compile it, After compile it, so we should be able to run that. So go back to, well, I don't need this one. Go back to this one. Okay. So now I have a record test, right? So I can record gang it and run this guy. Okay, run it. So yeah, the thing is you want to run the program, the simple program, okay, to make sure that everything's working to begin with. So now it's working. So we can start working on it. Okay, so here now our code start from here. Okay, so we need to copy the comments over. So I'm just want to override this and then paste that with the comments we copy from. So now we need to, let me see if I can do the comment all together. Okay, so the first thing is this one, create a program, create a program which have an array. So here this is the comment. So let me just see if I can comment it. Okay, comment F8. Okay, and then this one, that's the second step, right? Step two. Step two is try to lm. So again, I go edit and then comment it. Okay, so comment it F8, or you can place F8 function key, and that's pretty much a wait, hold on. Yeah, right, so it's three steps. uh Final oh, the second step is do through. Okay, the second step is do through, and this is step 3. It's printed out. So this is step 3, and this is step 2, and this is step 1. Okay, so this is step 1. Okay, so yeah, I can put some indent right here. Okay, so insert indent in indent. Okay, F6. Okay, or I think that's pretty okay. So this one you can just put here to line it up, make it more readable. Okay, so create an array. Okay, so we need to create an array and then populate the numbers 1 to 16. Okay, so here we're gonna create an array, and I'll put a code right here. So we gonna create an integer array. So integer array, two-dimensional. Okay, two-dimensional, 2 square brackets equal to new integer, and then so because it's 4 by 4, so we put the dimension to be 4 by 4. Okay, so that will create our integer array. Integer array, we need to give it a name, say ARR, right? ARR is a somewhere around here, array name ARR right here. Okay, so that will be our array for our array. And notice that the index goes from 0 1 to 3. Okay, for the first dimension, and same for the second dimension, it go from 0 1 to 3. Okay, and the length of the array is 4. Not the dimension. Okay, the dimension is 4 by 4. Okay, so let's do some array property test. Well, we first print down let's say the array dot length. Okay, and then we save it, and then compile it, run it. So now you can run again, and it's a 4. So a array length is a 4. Okay, then but that is the dimension, right? The first dimension. And how about the second dimension? Okay, so let's say array 0. Okay, so array 0 is the first row, right? So let's say the dimension of it, compile it. It should be, oh no, this is not, no. Okay, so from here, okay, so and then run it again, and it's a 4. Okay, so oh gee, I closed it out. Anyway, start it again. Okay, so now let's so we know that you know the first row, the array sub 0 is the first row, and its length is 4, so we know it's a 4 by 4. Okay, okay, so after that we need to populate the numbers 1 to 16 there, right? So we're gonna create a loop, so we don't need this. So I create a for loop. Oh, by the way, I better put the indent there, okay, because this is part of the method, the main method. Okay, so here is a for loop. Say it is your I. Okay, goes from 0 and I less than the length of array. Okay, and this is the dimension of the column. Okay, then I increase by 1. Okay, and that's the first loop. And the second loop, I'm going to use j goes from 0, j less than array sub 0 that length, then j increase by 1. Okay, so after that we can test out what happened the loop is doing by system dot out dot print 9, and then I j equal I plus command plus j. I simply print out ij. Okay, and then see what happened. Okay, so again save it, and wait, it say it need the I need a plus right here because that's a string. Okay, so save it, compile it. Now we'll go back to here and then run it. Okay, run it. Now I got some ij. Okay, so let's observe the loop. Okay, operation. So we have the ij printed out. So if first it print out ij, j is going, j is 1. Okay, j is 1, j is 0. Okay, and then I stay at 0. Okay, and then j is go to 1 2 3, so it's 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3. That's the row 0, the second row. Okay, it's 1 0 1 1 1 2 1 3, and then the third one, the 2 0 2 1 2 3. Okay, so it's iterating over each element in the array, go from 0 0 0 1, and notice that 0 0 we count this as r the element, okay, or the array, and 0 1 as even element, and 0 2 as again the r element, and 0 3 is even. So if we do some mapping, okay, from the ij to whether it's r element or even element, so we can sum them together and modulo by 2. Okay, if it's it divides 2. Okay, if it's 0, that means it divides by 2. If it's sum I and j, okay, then it divided by 2, then it's a R number. So it's the other way around. Okay. So, but it does not divide by 2, then it's even number. Okay. So based on this observation, then we go back to check. Now we probably need a square bracket right here. Okay. And here we're gonna populate numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way in, right? So if you base on this, okay, so 0, 0, okay, it's 1. So we can do the row index I times 4, okay, plus j plus 1. Okay, so that would be the number we're going to put in. For example, here the 1, 0, 1, 0 should be 4, right? So it's 4 times 1 is 4 plus 0, so that's 4, plus 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is should be 5. Okay, so it's i's index times 4 plus j number plus 1. Okay, that will be the number we're going to assign that element. Okay, so it's arr I j will be equal to 4 times I plus j plus 1. Okay, that'll be it. That'll be numbers. Okay, now if we do that, we want to print them out. Okay, print the element out. So let's see, here I'm just say print all numbers, print all array numbers. Okay, and to print it out, we basically do the same thing. Instead of assign a value to it, but we simply just print them out. Okay, so here I'm just want to cut and paste. Okay, so print all array numbers, print all. So again, we go from I go from the 0 to the length, and then j goes from the 0 to the length, and then I print out the array ij. So we say system dot out dot print line, and then we just gonna print ij out. Okay, and okay, we're gonna print it nicely. Okay, so that it's easy to read. So first we print the element I, the row, each row on a line. Okay, so since I print array ij, and then after that we print space. Okay, and then so since it's just one line statement, right? So we don't need a bracket right here. Okay, because it's just one line. But for the outer loop, we need a bracket because we need to add another statement right here to to print new line. Okay, just print something new line, new line. Okay, and then close it. Okay, I guess I need the capital. Okay, so now I assign the numbers to it, and I print it out to double check, compile it. Okay, now I go back to BlueJ and then run it. Okay, run it. So where did it go? Okay, so now I got something like this. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Numbers are correct, but format is not good. Okay, so let's see. The reason is now we got print 9 here. So instead of print 9, we're gonna just print. Okay, so that issue not get extra new line for each element. Okay, so compile it and then run it again. Okay, now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's correct. Okay, so and we also need this later on. Okay, so just keep it there for a while. And now loop through each array element. Okay, and now we need to check array element whether it's odd number or even number. Okay, so let's just copy this thing over. Okay, copy this thing over, and now again we iterate or loop over each element in the array. But now we need to check if it's odd element or even element right here. Okay, before we do anything. Okay, so here we check uh, if it's I plus j modulo 2. Okay, if I plus j modulo 2. Okay, in my I plus j modulo 2, if it's 0, okay, that means it divides. If it divides, then it's odd number. Okay, so it's odd element of the array. It's odd element of the in the array. Okay, it's odd element in the array. That's what we define. Okay, so if it's odd element, okay, then we subtract. Okay, -1 or subtract 1 from it. Okay, not subtract negative. Subtract negative can add the 1 anyway. So we take 1 out of it. So if that's the case, okay, so I need another wait. Yeah, so if it's 0, if I project modulo 2 is 0, okay, then we add this number by 1. Okay, so you can plus plus, or actually minus minus, sorry, minus is, take 1 out. Okay, and then if it's even number, okay, so put here else this is even number. Okay, array ij even if it's even number, it'll be plus by 1. Okay, so I think I got a typo right here. Okay, so if I plus j mod 0 is odd number, so we take 1 out, and then if it's even even number, okay, then we increase it by 1. Okay, so that should do the trick. Okay, so again, after that we copy this thing over, because okay, copy this into the step 3, because step 3 you're gonna print out the result. Okay, so I'm just put it here. Okay, put it here. So that's our step 3. So save it, compile it, and then go back to run it. Okay, so run it. So where did the output go? Okay, right here. So now we have so this is the previous output, and this is the latest output. Okay, so latest output is 0325. Okay, and that's exactly what we are looking for. We expecting is 0325, and then 4769. The second one is the 4769, and then 8, 11, 10, 13 is right, and then 14, 12, 15, 14, 17, 8 is not quite right, right? The first one is right, but the second one, it go, uh, so the second one is kind of odd, right? The first one is 0325, and now this number is 5. Okay, 5. So 5 is a 5. 5 is well, 5 is a 10, right? Okay, so if it is 10, okay, let me see. 10 is the 5, right? So one this is 10. Okay, 10 it should be even number. Okay, and then the even number, we add one to it. It should be, it should be 6. Okay, but here the output is a 4. Okay, okay. So now let's go back check how we compute the odd number or even number. Okay, so here let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, right? So 1 is odd number and 3 is even number. So even number u plus 1. Okay, so 3. And this is odd number, you subtract 1, so it's 2. And this originally is 4. So and then this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. This even number, even e plus 1. Okay, so this even number. And then here this is wait, this is even, so this R number. Okay, so R number, you take one R, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be 4, but our answer, our result is 6, because we compute 0 plus uh, I and J is 1. So I J. Okay, so we need to reconsider the way we check with R or even. Okay, so now let's see. I think we need to uh, work on this I plus J. So because I plus J, we don't consider the number of rows. So I need to times 4. Okay, so that way we will consider any of the row. Okay, so if I times 4 plus J modulo 2 equals 0, then that should be correct. Okay, so compile it and go back to here and then run it again. Now go back to the output. Okay, now after we adjusted the computation to check if it's odd number or even number, now we got exactly the same output as this. Okay, so that will be the program, and hope you enjoy. Have a good day. Bye bye. If you like it, subscribe it or give a comment, share. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.